TikTok. We've been having some TikTok issues. Our live next week. So let everybody know. Next week we'll be podcast shows. So if you guys are viewing us on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, welcome everybody to the MetsXMFanZone live podcast. I'm Anthony. So we got a lot of news for you guys today. I got a lot of coverage that I want to cover for you guys. If you are a big Mets fan, I'm a big Mets fan too. So we cover Mets all the time. We cover on our podcast shows. We're going to be talking about spring training. Spring training is right around the corner. I'm going to be down in Port St. Lucie next week. So that way I give you guys enough coverage, enough stories, and enough content for you guys. I will be posting up some live content on all of our major platforms. So we're going to post up some dates for you guys when the Mets start doing some live broadcasting. We'll have that up. We'll also have some content too for you guys to show you guys gains from last year. So we got a lot of things to write on when it comes to a lot of the content. So we are going to be frequently posting. You guys are going to see me post on a lot of our platforms. We're also going to be uploading a lot of our merchandising. So everything that you see in our shows, we will be having all the merchandising on our website, on all of our major platforms. We have it on MetsXMFanZone.org. We have them also on our website. We have it on our major platforms. And to buy and to purchase any of our merchandising that you see on the show, I will always be wearing it. So you'll see me promote a lot of the Mets gear and a lot of other gear. We got Knicks, we got Rangers, we got Dodgers. If you are a Dodger fan, mainly you guys won't see it. You guys will see a lot of our merchandising, a lot of our hats, which I love these hats. I know it kind of looks funky, but I'm going to show you guys anyway what it looks like. We got our 2024 Met hats. Again, I know it looks a little funky. Do apologize. You can get them on our shop at MetsXMFanZone.org. Just go to our shop section and it should be on there if you guys would like to purchase any of these hats. So let's give you guys a little bit of the content. I know we are running a little bit late because of technical issues that I've been having on these platforms for some odd reason. Don't know why. So let's get into the major topics for today's live stream. Now, if you are following our show, make sure that you check it out on all your major platforms. You share, like, subscribe. We are live on YouTube, TikTok. We are live on Facebook, and we are live. I think we're live on Instagram too. So we are pretty much live on all major platforms. So let me just pull up my notes. Do apologize. Second. Okay, so there are two things that we're going to cover here up on the show. Number one, if you guys would like to get Met tickets, if you guys would like to purchase any of the Met tickets. Now, a lot of the games are sold out. So, I mean, if you're going on the Mets website and you're trying to purchase Met tickets, for some odd reason, they are not letting people buy them. Now, we have them. I have them on our website at MetsXMFanZone.org/tickets. You guys can purchase those. We got for selective dates. We have for the Miami series. We have it for the Yankee series. We have it for the Dodger series. And we have it for the Brave series. So we have it on all four of them. So we are going to be having them onto our website. Starting as of Friday, we will have the tickets on there, so that way everybody can purchase them. We do know that right now, the Mets site, they're not letting you purchase tickets. But if you would like to get into our sweepstakes and our contests monthly, we do that. So make sure when you sign up to our website, you get into our, and you watch our live streams. We announce every month tickets, free tickets, for members on our podcast show. So for members will be announced for selective tickets on selective dates, and of course we will give you guys emails when that becomes available for all of our winners. Each and every month we get 4 winners. So we'll just kind of give you a little bit of an update on that. Second of all, let's talk about Mets news, because that's, the main focus, right? It's the main focus on the podcast. So let's give you guys a little bit of a backstory of the offseason so far. So the Mets have done a lot of signings. They did a lot of signings, made a lot of trades this year. Now, what was the top focus of the offseason? The offseason was pitching. Pitching was a big main concern for the New York Mets in the offseason because, we had four vacated spots. Not only that, we had 4 major spots open on this team in the roster. Now, guys that they ended up picking up, which I thought was really good moves. Sean Mania. Brickford, which I did like. He was there last year, but that was also, I think, a really fair move. Mets acquire Tyrone Taylor, which is a really good outfielder. Mets acquire Adrian Hauser, another good pitcher, and which will be put into that rotation slot. Do I think that this offseason for the Mets has been very good with our GM doing the job? I do. I give this a B+. Not only do I give it a B+, I give it a really good rating for the Mets because, a lot of people like to shit on the Mets. A lot of people are like, I don't think these were great moves. I think these are awesome moves, by the way. Adrian Hauser, when healthy, could give you 15 wins. Tyrone Taylor, he could give you 15 home runs. Who else? Yoan Ramirez, he could give you some really good numbers. Jorge Lopez, which I really do like. I part of a really good bullpen there. I think having him there is also good too because he was with Miami. He was pretty decent for Miami. I don't want to say he was great for Miami. I just think that Lopez really needs to go to a competitive team. And if he could give you numbers, I really think he could be a really good slot for that pitching rotation, which part of that really good bullpen that the Mets do have next to Edwin Diaz. Now, in regards to moves that happened recently, Adam Anavito will be re-signing with the New York Mets. Now, this is have been brought up to officials. I do speak very enticingly with Met officials. I know them very well. I am a reporter, writer, and I know a lot of Met officials in the game. So I do think that hopefully we get some really good coverage. So I really feel that was a good move. Now, what about the right-handed pitcher Michael Tompkin? I think, again, another guy that could be very good for this bullpen. People kind of feel that, hey, there are guys who we need to have superstars. We don't need to have superstars. We need to have good selective pitching. And the Mets could have a really good bullpen, they could really, they could be really super good. So do I feel that this bullpen could really bolster up with the selective players that they have? I think so. And I think that David Stern is really doing a good job. And I really like that Michael Tompkin move. Then, who's going to be our fifth guy? Luis Severino, which is an ex-Yankee. When healthy, he could light it up. And why I say that? He could give you, he's another guy that could give you 14, 15 wins when healthy. Last year, he didn't have a great year. He had a good year 2 years before that. So if he could bounce back coming from all those injuries, I really do feel that he could be a really good weapon in that fifth man of that rotation. So by seeing his numbers, which his best year with the Yankees was back in 2019 and 2020, he put up 12, 13 wins. So if he could give the Mets really good quality starts, I really feel that he could be a really good fit starter. Knowing what he is capable of doing, what he can do, and we all know that he has a really good sweep and slider. So if he could execute on that 3-2 count, getting guys out when you need to, having that good selective pitching really comes in handy for a guy like Severino. So I really do feel that if the Mets are smart enough, and obviously they should be, then putting him in a slot at the fifth hole really makes a really good quality for him. So that way the pressure is not so much on him when he was that 1-2 in pitching rotation. So I think backing up on that fifth slot will really, just put a little bit of pressure off him. Granted, he is coming off the injury, but I want to see really good quality starts. Now, even though last year he was at 3 in the 4s, I say this year he's going to probably be in the high 1s and 2s if he really comes out with a good dominancy in spring training. So I want to see a little bit more of those innings pitched, because last year he didn't have a lot of innings pitched. I want to see a little bit more this year out of him. I want to see a little bit more of that sweep and slider coming at 2 and 3 counts. At 3 and 2 counts. And if he could really pull up the wins, he needs to have those wins in his corner. So I really do feel that moving that adjustment with the sweeping, I think he could really go with the fastball and that nice changeup that he does have, which, we've seen it time and time again. He's pitched against us and had really good flawless innings. So with that being said, could he be the guy and step up for the job? He very well can be. So hopefully we can get to see him on what he looked like in 2018 and 19, or 19 and 20, to be very effective. And I think, when healthy, he could be a really good pitcher. And then let's move in with the all-star infielder in Joey Wendell. Now, let's go back on Joey. Now, I didn't really talk so much about him in the offseason, but, obviously I've been requested to speak about him. What do I think on Joey Wendell? Now, we do know that he had a 2.0, around 230, 240 of an ERA. He's given about, I think, 15 or 16 home runs at average. Well, he's a platoon guy, so you're probably going to see him play all over the place. He's good infielding wise, so he's able to cover the corners very well. I think that his defense is a little bit better than his offense. I'm not so much worried on if he can hit the bat or not. I want to see him be a little bit more defensively there in the corners. You're probably going to see him platoon with Brett Beatty from time and time again. He's that really good utility guy when you need him to come in. And again, not really great with the bat. You're probably not going to see him hit so much. I mean, he will, but I don't think that his bat is really effective. I really feel that his fielding is a little bit more effective than his bat. But if he could be effective this year, I think him in the corner platooning with Brett Beatty could be very impactful. And I do think that him playing maybe the infield when guys need rest, when Pete Alonso needs a rest, or maybe if Lindor needs a rest, I really do feel that keeping that option out there could be very well effective. So on that Joey Wendell, I think that was a really good move. Also, another guy I haven't really spoken so much in the offseason, which was Scott Havens. Now, no Scott Havens, very well, how can I put it, acquaintance. I mean, I don't really talk to him on a day-to-day basis, but if anybody knows who Scott Havens is, he's a businessman, he's an entrepreneur, owns a lot of businesses out there. What do I think on the business operations side? Very cost-effective. And if you guys don't know business like I do, believe me, I've been in business. I've had my own business. I worked for many businesses. And I will say Scott Havens is going to be really good on that financial side. It's just a guy to really, work on the business day-to-day operations in regards to Citi Field. Citi Field has done some new improvements in the off season. They have worked inside with the VIP lounge. He's worked upstairs in the Excel Cup. They've been trying to fix that up for quite some time now. A lot of new attractions that are going to be happening around the stadium going into the 26 and 27 season. The Mets are putting up a hotel in the area. They are taking down a lot of the chop shops that are in the area, and he's the guy that's going to be working on the outside operations of the stadium. They have been talking about putting a gambling area in there also as well, even though they put the soccer arena in the back there. But very effective. I do think that, the area was garbage and disgusting for such a long time with those chop shops. And I really like to see that attraction around the stadium because, the fans deserve it. You go to, Cincinnati or something like that, which I've been to Cincinnati. Beautiful. Absolutely have a lot of things going around the stadium. Dodger Stadium, same thing. The Mets didn't really have that. They didn't have a lot of the things that go around the stadium. I mean, they have the little bars, but, they don't have things where you got people to be around there to make money. And I think that Steve Cohen is kind of doing his thing with that. Having people come in. You want to bring the attraction to the club. And I think Scott Havens is the perfect guy for the job because he could bring that attractiveness back to the stadium, bring the fans in a little bit more, working on the day-to-day operations, which, again, you want that. You want to have the feel around the stadium, even though, we want to speed up the game. But I do feel that it's smart to have it. It's smart to have the things that are going around that stadium. So, do I think it's cost effective? Probably in the best interest of the owner and the best interest of the stadium. But obviously, us Met fans and fans in general want to be able to come and do things around the stadium instead of going to the stadium and then going home. I mean, that's no fun there. There's no fun in this goddamn world anymore. So we want to be able to do fun things, and I think that Steve Cohen is really doing that. And I really like what Cohen is doing with the organization. and having the fun fan experience around the club. So Scott Havens, I think that was really effective to have him and bring him into the club. Then we could talk about, what else do I got here for you guys? Carlos Mendoza, which I haven't really touched a little bit on him either. Carlos Mendoza has been selected to be the next New York Mets 2024 manager. He was with the Yankees for quite a long time in their organization. He was a bench coach. He was he was in the single A for a while, working down there into player development. He was working with talent. Came up with the Yankees. Now it was a bench coach with the Yankees. So I mean, a lot of improvement going into the 24 season with Carlos Mendoza. A lot of experience that was able to see out of him. I mean, he's probably a guy that I feel that can make the really good, tough decisions. I mean, yeah, we're going again with another rookie manager, going from Buck Showalter to another rookie guy. But you know what? He's been around the club. He knows the game. Not only is he a student of the game, but he could work with the younger talent. Now, we have a positive and we had a negative here. Buck Showalter last year, had that old school mentality. Baseball now has that new mentality with the newer rules, with speeding up the game, and you kind of need that guy to speed up the game and larger capacity. And with that being said, he could work on the younger talent. He could work with these younger guys and picking up the pace with pitching, picking up the pace with the hitting. Even though most of us don't like that, we want to go back to the old traditional way of baseball. But now, obviously, Manfred has messed things up, and now we got to work the problem all over again. So, with that being said, Carlos Mendoza is going to be the next New York Mets manager, and I really do feel that this has been a really good move. Hopefully we'll get to see some really good things coming out of him in 2024. And plus, he knows a lot of these guys, so he knows Severino. So, hopefully, being an experience, he knows Adam Ottavino. So, I mean, he knows these guys. So, I really do think that, being effective with the Mets could very well be beneficial to him with a lot of aspects. So, hopefully, 24 season would look really good, and high hopes for him. I'm positive on it. Last year, I was positive with Buck. I really do. I think Buck lost his lust in many ways with the Mets. I think the Mets had a lot of issues. I think with Billy Epler, I think there was a lot of decision making which was very, undecisive. I do know with talking with a lot of those guys last year that, there was just the atmosphere. It just sucked the atmosphere when Edwin Diaz went down because, Edwin Diaz was such, how could I put it? Like very enthusiastic of a player. He gave you that boost of confidence. Having a closer that could close out games, and we didn't have that. We struggled the whole entire season to have a really good closer to close out the games. Ottavino blew it time and time and time again, which you're probably going to see him this year too. So a lot of the work that puts into that bullpen, they really did fix it up this year, and I really do feel that a lot of the moves that the Mets did make were very effective. So I think that going into the 24 season, with this new sign, could very well work out, hopefully, in the Mets' favor. But Carlos Mendoza will be your next New York Mets manager. And again, hopefully there's really good things coming out of the 24 season. Hopefully we get to see Edwin Diaz back into, hopefully the same form that he did in 22. And let's see what the Mets could do in 24. Spring training coming right around the corner. We got almost 14 days for pitchers and catchers to report to Port St. Lucie. I'll be down in Port St. Lucie next week also as well. So when the Mets, report down there, I'll be down there too. Which I will be reporting for you guys. I'll be giving you guys all the latest news. So make sure that you come into our shows daily on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We go live at 12 p.m. And we're going to also be going live at 6:30. So make sure that you guys are sticking tuned to our shows daily. If you guys would like to see our spring training games and the 2024 season, you guys can check out our website by going to MetsXMFanZone.org. We have our podcast shows on there. We have our 2024 Mets season on there. You can subscribe to any one of our subscriptions on there. We do a weekly, we do a monthly, we do a yearly. Not only that, you can take it on the go. It is it's non-GEO restricted. You could take it no matter where you are. It cuts the cable cord very effectively. No ads, no advertisements. You don't have to get a TV provider to get the live streams. It cuts everything. But the one thing that really changes the games from us to anywhere else, when you go to free websites, you're getting advertisement. You're sticking with keep taking advertisement off the live streams. With us, you get no ads. You get no hassle of ever worried about something being popped up on the screen. And you could cast it on any of your devices. You can cast it on a TV, you can cast it on a tablet, you can cast it on your PC, and you'll ever have to worry about advertisement. You don't ever have to worry about any hidden costs. Strictly on what it is. Just you're paying $6.99 for a week. It's $6.99. You don't ever have to worry about. You're paying $14.99 for the monthly package. You're getting that. And it's up to 4 devices. And it's up to not only 4 devices, and it's for your whole household. So your whole house could get it. Anybody of all your members in your household could get it also as well. So you can check it out at any time. Spring training will be free to all of our new subscribers and all to our current subscribers. Spring training will be free to everybody. It will also, you can check out our 24 season on our website. So we will be doing some live streams from here and there. We will be doing 2 streams monthly on our social media platforms. So we will be showing them live on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. We'll be live on all those platforms twice a month. But for spring training, we will try to have them almost every game. So on our social media platforms. So if you guys would like to check that out. So that's all the news that we got for you guys today. Again, if you guys would like to check out all of our social media platforms, please feel free to do so. If you guys would like to get any merchandising that you see on our show tonight, you guys can do that by going into all of our shops on MetsXMFanZone.com/shop. You can check it out on all of the marketing apps, Amazon, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok shop. You name it, we're live on every one of those. We're live on Mercari, eBay, all the platforms that you can buy all your merchandising. So we will be showing them up on our shows. We do Shop Tuesday. Shop Tuesday will be for all of our Mets memorabilia, Mets merchandising, and we will be showing you guys on Tuesdays on those. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, any concerns, we always read the comments in the comment section down below. Tomorrow we will be doing a live Q&A. So if you want like to jump into the live stream tomorrow, it will be at 12 o'clock. We will be doing Q&As. We'll be swiping over to hear anybody's comments and would like to join me on the live chat on Twitter. We're going to be on Twitter and also on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. So we pretty much will be live on all platforms. So if you guys would like to check that out, we'll have the links in the description down below for you guys. And we will see you real soon. Be safe, be well, everybody, and we'll see you guys in our next live stream right here on Friday at 12 o'clock p.m. and see you guys on our 6:30 p.m. show. See you guys real soon. Be safe.